Hello and welcome everybody to Talking Golf Tuesday. We have some equipment news. Companies like Taylormade are pre-selling things. Let's talk about a couple of pre-sales. So Taylormade is pre-selling their mini driver. I think it's a 300cc. It says 300 on the sole. I'm not really sure. And if you like the smaller drivers, they're still making them. Rest assured, it's okay. You don't have to buy a vintage club. If you want a little club, you can get something new and shiny and beautiful, or stealthy and beautiful. The other company that has a pre-sale going on right now is Callaway. Have you seen Callaway's new great big Bertha lineup for 2022-23? I think it's called the 2023 model. Either way, they have an awesome driver. When I looked at the driver the first time, I looked at the picture and I was like, oh, they forgot to clean it off. There's smudges all over it. And then I looked at a bigger picture, not on my phone, and I was like, oh, it's like carbon, like embedded, like in some epoxy or something. So they're going back with that old-fashioned epoxy graphite look on their sole. It wasn't smudges, it was just the design. And then the irons are also really interesting because they say they're titanium with tungsten insert, and it looks pretty impressive. They're pretty expensive, but they look impressive as well. So can you imagine? It looks like the claims, just from looking at it, it looks like there's a titanium head with a huge long, like, width of the club tungsten weight just bolted to the back of it, which looks very impressive. If that's tungsten and titanium, it might be worth the $3,000 price tag. A premium, primo, nice set. Something that I'm looking forward to buying off of eBay for $100 in 10 years. You guys know, in the 90s, they came out with some tungsten, titanium, the titanium irons from the late 90s. It was great. To get them now, it's wonderful. Anyway, they're doing that again, so I want to see how that turns out. Let me know if you get some and let me know how they feel. They look amazing. They're just not something, the price tag, which isn't something that doesn't interest me straight away, but they look very interesting and impressive. Let me know your thoughts about that. Is it gimmicky or is it just going to be a world beater? I mean, those things are going to last forever, right? You can reshaft them 1,000 times. So they should last a good long while, in my mind. Anyway, we'll see. Time will tell. Nothing like the crucible of time to test some of these claims. I looked around at the other club manufacturers. Mizuno might have a new golf ball. There's some other little news here and there. Nothing that really jumped out at me is some impressive equipment news. If you have anything that I missed that you want to talk about, write it in the comments below, as usual. Now let's move on to fantasy golf. I think this last week was the Mayakoba. Am I saying that right? If not, I'll edit it. But we have our Vintage Golfer, the Vintage Golfer League, where everybody's welcome to join. I'll try to put a link in the description below. It's just a free fantasy golf thing. You just choose your favorite players, and as they compete, they can score points for you, and whoever chose right, it'll be at the top. And so I want to put up the list of the top 10 for this week at the Mayakoba World Championship Golf Tournament. I remember last time I looked on Friday night or Saturday morning, I was somewhere in the top 10. So hopefully I can bring one home and be in I think last week I was too, but hopefully this week I can do as well. So looking for that John Hobby highlighted in the top 10. And this next week I have my phone right here, I can pull it up. We have one more tournament here. Houston Open. Is that correct? Cadence? It'll be like Candace or something. Bank Houston Open. Houston, Texas. I love Houston. I've been to Houston. So, be sure to make your picks. It is Tuesday. So you only have today and tomorrow to make your picks before the Candace Houston Open starts. So be sure to make your picks on the fantasy golf. And everybody's welcome to join us. Another short video this week. It's life. When it rains, it pours. In some ways, literally. We'll see you in the next one. But until then, I need to thank my patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Another way you can support this channel is through my Amazon shop. I'll put a link in the description below. I appreciate all of you. I really do. Thank you for watching. I am the Vintage Golfer.